isolation challenge quiz.
It's Andrew just said isolation challenge quiz is what you need to search on YouTube. Yeah. Give it a go and then just let me know, alright? No problem. Quick through. Bye.
Right, let's go. Hello. Evening all. Right. See Scott. I still can't see you on the chat. I can see Lucy Cooks and I can see Kev. I can see Mary said hi fi. But other than that, I can't. But I can see you on the chat. Yeah. Uncle Dave. There we go. Uncle Dave's online. Good stuff. There we go. So it must have worked out. So evening everyone. Took a bit of a different angle this week with the quiz. Just going landscape rather than portrait in the kitchen. Changing the background. So isolation crew quiz. Same as every week. We've got 50 questions. Definitely. Well, I say definitely. I'm not that methodical. So there's about 50 questions. Excellent. The Wooler Wolves are on, which is good to see. Andrew, can't see you but can hear you. Am I not doing something? Lester Out can only suggest suggest refreshing it, maybe just like switching it off, refreshing the stream possibly. But yeah, I don't know. Just keep messaging in the group and letting us know whether you've actually got somewhere with it, Lester. Probably is important. Lester, can you see where it says isolation crew quiz? Julie's ready. Wooler Wolves are ready. Mary's ready. The Legs are ready. The Harrisons are ready. Jules is ready. Emma and Sam are ready. Who else have we got? Kat and Kev are online. Lucy, Glenn and Rosie are online. We've got Lester and Sue are online, just sorting that out. Jules and David, Mary and Paul. We've got Joan and Paul who are online. Harrisons are good to go. Lucy, Courtney Jr. So we've got, I think we've probably got most everybody. I think I'll fill some time while Lester's just, is it starting now? Yeah, I'm going to literally start in like 3 or 4 minutes. So tonight, the quiz would normally be, well, I say normally be 50 questions. It's going to be 50 questions this time as well, but I've broken it down rather than to the adult and kids questions that we normally had. I've literally broken it down into just 5 rounds of 10, and then from there we can just go and answer the questions. I've made it very much like last week where we've got a picture round. Well, they're all just picture rounds, dead straightforward. There'll be like a topic for the round. I know, actually, it's just come to mind. Kieran and Lucy and Nora and Esme said they were playing, but I'm not sure they're online. Yes, I can see you now, Scott. Yes, I can. Good. So we can see Scott now. Paul, shoot, just having tea. What's the link, please? That is the link. Well, few mins, if that helps. So I think Paul's just coming on, or he just messaged it. Well, you can probably all see that anyway. So basically what we're going to do is run through it. We're going to have 5 rounds, dead straightforward. There'll be a title for every round, and basically all you've got to do is write down whatever your answer is, and we'll go through basically at the end of each round. We'll go back, we'll do the questions, we'll do the answers, and then we'll come back and we'll work it out. And then what we'll do at the end of each round is we'll post our scores in out of 10, out of 20, out of 30, out of 40, and then we'll get some scores at the end. Again, as we said before, there's no prizes, just purely for pleasure. I'm just going to stick a light on because it's just gone a bit dark. Maybe that's a little bit better, isn't it? Possibly. But yeah, so you can definitely see Scott. Paul's just logging on, I think, and that'll get us going. So other than that, there's nothing you really need to know. So every question in the quiz, or every picture, is for the adults and the kids to answer. Try and give the kids a go first to answer it, and then adults, you mop up those ones that the kids don't know. Again, the idea with the quiz is that it should be fairly straightforward, in the sense that we want lots of people in the 40s at the end, rather than people winning the quiz with 20 out of 50 and it being really boring for pretty much everybody else. So the idea is that there are some gimmies. I've tried to make it so that as the questions get closer to the 9th and 10th question, that they become quite challenging. So like question 1, 2, 3, and 4 should be absolute gimmies that the kids really should be mopping up, and the adults hopefully. But other than that, it's yeah, straight into it really. Good stuff. So Rosie's ready. Nice pick, Rose. And I think Lucy too. Rosie's ready with Luna. Let me just message Kieran. You quizzing, and then we'll get started. Maybe he's online. Okay, so make sure for the first few rounds, or for the first round, you get 1 to 10 written down, and then we're pretty much going to get going. So the first round, I've tried to. So the first round, because obviously people can't go away and research it. Please don't use your phones or anything to cheat. I know people won't be, but just answer it honestly, because they're not too difficult. And if you don't know, you don't know. So the first round is going to be musical instruments. So all you've got to do is name the musical instrument that comes up. Again, they're dead basic until it gets to like 8, 9, 10. What else? Second round is retro computer games. So you're going to have to name the computer game. Again, not too. There's a couple of tricky ones, but the third round is a classic name the animal round. Fourth round is fruit, but it's fruit up close. So I've tried to like zoom in at some of the pictures to try and make it a little bit more challenging. But really, with each one, you should be able to have a good guess. No problem at all. And then the fifth round is jobs. So all you got to do is look at the picture and tell me what that job is. All right. So that is it. I think we're up to 16. It says video unavailable. So sorry, search isolation challenge quiz will come up. I'm not sure, Paul, I'm not sure why that link's not working, buddy, but if you search isolation challenge quiz, it should definitely come up. So yeah, look on my phone, searched isolation challenge quiz, isolation challenge quiz, search. You should get those options that come up, and it's the one that's red that's live. You should just be able to click into that one, and there's me showing you this in an infinite loop. What are you drinking there, AJ? It is not. It's not alcoholic, unfortunately. It's just I don't know, it could be alcoholic. Claire just gave me it. It won't be alcoholic, she's not that nice. It's basically, I don't know, lemon barley water or something. Nothing exciting. So, Paul. Yes, Paul's in. Right, okay, we're going to get started. So, it's 10 past, we've got 5 rounds. Here we go. So, we're going to get started. We've got 18 concurrent viewers. Woohoo! So, we've probably got, I think when we add all the families up, I reckon again we've probably got about 40 or 50 people playing the quiz, which is good stuff anyway. All right, so I can see everyone's chatting here, but we'll also use the chat on the Facebook Isolation Live events, and we'll get going through that. Okay, here we go then. So round 1 is animals. Dead straightforward. All you got to do is name the animal. Okay, so here's your question one. What's that? Like we normally say, we don't need any sort of like fancy versions of it. Just what is that? Sorry. Yeah, musical instruments. I said the first round. I said musical instruments. Fruit of the Zoom. Sorry, did I say animal? Because you're all saying animal. But musical instruments. What musical instrument is that? First round, musical instruments. It's obviously not an animal, is it? Right, next one. Here we go. What is that? How we laughed. It's very VE Day language there, Scott. Oh, how we laughed. Chuckle, chuckle. Said Scott while he was smirking his pipe of crack. Right, what's the next one? What are those? Well, Scott wouldn't do that. Considering occupations. Right, okay. Dead straightforward. I won't skim through it quickly, but there's number 3. Here's number 4. And tell him a primary school teacher. Yeah. What is that instrument? Correct, Scott. Yes. Right, here we go. I think this is number 5. What is that? What is that? I remember trying to play it no, it wasn't even this. I failed at playing this. It was too complex of an instrument for me. So I was downgraded to the penny whistle, which I still struggled with. I even had I think it was like 1 to 4 tuition on the penny whistle. Wasted money. Wasted money. Right, what's the next one? Oh, classic. What's that? I'll be interested to know what kids. There can't be many kids that know what that is. Adults will be mopping that one up, no problems. My glass looks small in my hand. Do. Right, next one. What is that? As you can tell, I've just cropped some images off the internet, some sort of salesy image. But what is that instrument? Weather's been a bit pants today, hasn't it? A bit rainy. Perfect when you're at work though, at school. Not missing out on anything. Right, what is next? Here we go. I have no idea what number we're on. I think we're on number 8. Yeah, 8. So what is that? As I said, nothing particularly. The kids might struggle with these, but adults. The next two are tricky. But I would expect we should have some 8 out of 8s as of now. I wouldn't think we'll get 100% of today. I can't see a 50 out of 50. I'd be very surprised. Next one. What's that? I don't want to give like clues away, but I'm conscious that obviously we don't want to do that. So yeah, what is that? Tricky one. As I said, these last two, I think that's number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is number 9. And then your last one for round number 1 is, what's that? Again, when I sort of put myself in that position, I think I would have got 1 to 8, and these two I'd have had a guess, but I'd have been wrong. So if you're getting these last two, you know your musical instruments. If you're not getting these two and you're getting 8 out of 8, you know about as much as a 10-year-old should know. Well done. Right, okay, that's time up on round 1. So we're going to go back. I'm going to mark these scores. Right, number 1, dead straightforward, guitar. So we've got a guitar. Sorry, I mean zebra. We're doing animals, aren't we? Guitar. Second one, piano. Someone might correct me. I think that looks like a grand piano, possibly. Next one, drums or drum kit. Totally acceptable. Don't need specific drums or cymbals or whatever. It's a drum kit. That'll do. Next one, we have the classic tambourine, percussion instrument. So tambourine. Next one, classic, the recorder. So the recorder, definitely played a bit of 3 Blind Mice on that. Next one, we have the harp. Class, I think it's Guinness, isn't it? Is it cans of Guinness have got a harp on? I know someone who harps on a lot. It's in there. Next one. Not a guitar, it is a ukulele. Ukulele. Difference being obviously the size. Ukuleles are about that big in length, and obviously they've only got 4 strings. Not obviously, but it is a ukulele. Next one, we have a clarinet. Yeah, so a clarinet. I think it's fairly sort of visually recognisable, isn't it, the clarinet? Next one, these are the two that I'll be genuinely impressed if people know these. And these are the answers that I'm taking if you think you've got some other variation. I did double check, but this is a bugle. Bugle. And the next one, I would have never got this, but it is a cornet. A cornet. I know it maybe looks like another type of instrument, but it's a cornet. All right? So, put your scores either on the WhatsApp group or in the YouTube chat, and I'll read everyone's scores out. So, Julie, 8 out of 10. Paul, 9 out of 10. Well done. Jules, Gemma and Paul, etc. 8 out of 10. Julie, 8 out of 10. Paul, 9 out of 10. David and Jules, 9 out of 10. Lester, 9 out of 10. Courtney and Junior and Claire, bloody hell, 9 out of 10. Cooksons, 9 out of 10. The Wooler Wolves, 7 out of 10. The Emma and Sam, Sam got 8 out of 10, well done. Joe, 9 out of 10. Kat and Kev, 9 out of 10. I would have got cornet if Bob had ice cream and a flake. If I had a blob of ice cream, yeah, definitely a blob of ice cream and a flake, definitely. Sorry, Claire. So, Anti-Chris and Uncle Dave, 9 out of 10. I don't know whether people would have put like trumpet for number 10. I don't know whether most, but I think I probably would have put a trumpet. But the picture that I searched for was a cornet. So I don't know whether I honestly don't know the difference. I bet there's only a subtle variation between a cornet and a trumpet or a trombone. I've no idea. Anyway, who cares? So I think that's pretty much everybody's scores. Some pretty good, some really, really good. Well, they're all really good scores. So into round two, adults, you're going to predominantly be very, very important in this round, I think. And we'll see what comes up with it anyway. I apologise, maybe a bit. I say retro, but some of the games are probably like 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Yeah, 70s, 80s, 90s computer games. So I like to think I've played fair. We've had musical instruments, computer games. Some of the computer games, you'll be able to take a really good guess at, like, they're really sort of recognisable games, other than a couple. All right, so he's number 11, round number two, question number 11. Mary Jennings, 10 out of 10. Well done. Well done. Good effort there, Mary and Paul. 10 out of 10 on the cornet. Great shout. Great shout. Right, here we go. Right, here's the first one. So, the name of the computer game. So, it's called what the character is in this instance. All right. So, what's that? Name of the computer game. Okay, here's the next one. What's that? What's the name of this game? Right, again, so that was 12. Here's 13. This is going back, so here you're probably looking at very early 90s. Anyway, you go. Sort of classic on holiday in Benidorm in the arcades. That's when you would have sort of like, not Benidorm, but like in Mallorca when you're like 9-year-old or something like that in like 1992. Would have classically been in like the arcades that you would have found and stuff like that. But yeah, if you're looking for a little hint, where are they? What are they on? That's a little hint to the title of this one. I have no idea why there's a turkey in the background on the floor. Shoot, look, maybe they need energy. Get some turkey in. All right, here's the next one. What's that? I appreciate if you've never seen these before. Like the previous one, probably hard to guess it. But yeah. So this one, everyone should be able to get this one, definitely. If you're really not sure, look to the top. Okay, next one. I think that's 1, 2, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I think this is 15. Yeah, sorry, Lester. Not me. So what's that one? Any people happy on a boat that a giant green bogey is fighting a man in ripped pajamas. Next one. What's this game? Julie, I'm struggling. Julie, you'll be able to get this one. You gotta get this one. Classic. Probably one of the most famous characters in the world. But that's it, isn't it? It's a quiz. It's only easy if you know the answer. It's only easy if you know the answer. So again, with this, I'm not going to be like super pedantic on the version or blah, blah, blah. You just name it, that's fine. So basically, you're looking at that little character, aren't you? Next one. What's this game? All right, I'll move on quickly because I would imagine most people should get that fairly swiftly. Next one. And this is where I like to think that I've been at least fair, because these are just, again, the kids might know them, but across the boundaries of different age groups, I suppose. Right, next one. We've got 2 left. What is the name of this game? Beauty game as well, by the way. Just an absolute classic. When you look at it, like if someone loaded it up for me now, I would sit and play it. So you've got a climber, a floater, an exploder, a blocker, a ladder one, a basher. Just beauty, diggers, just class. Right, and this is your last one, I think. This should be number 20. What's this game? Meant to be probably the hardest one, I would assume. I do like our visual quizzes. Quite like the fact that it's just a picture and you've got to answer it, as opposed to questions. At least you've sort of got some visual referencey clue that you could have a guess at. Yeah. So I think that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that's 10. So we should have 20 questions. Okay, so we'll go back through. Here we go. So number 11, or this one, is Sonic the Hedgehog. I would expect most of you got that one. I would expect Oren would have got that one for his team. Real team player. Next one. This one is Crash Bandicoot. I think Courtney and Junior would have got that one because Mummy's wasted a few weekends on it. Daddy's had to do the parenting. Well, he normally does the parenting, to be honest, but anyway. Next one. Probably one of the trickier ones, even though it was in earlier. This is Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage. Next one. Donkey Kong. Dead straightforward. I think this is where, I think there was a quiz myself and Claire might have been part of or something, which was around where did Mario, what computer game did Mario first appear in? Donkey Kong was where Mario first appeared before he had his own game. Princess Peach at the top. Next one. Classic. So we've got Blanca fighting Ken in the effervescent Street Fighter. I think technically it's Street Fighter 2, but I'll take Street Fighter as an answer. Totally fine. Ken's best buddy being Ryu. Other characters known as Dalsim and Rai. What was that Chinese girl called in it? I forget now. Someone will post in that. But Street Fighter. Bison, is it? Lieutenant Bison is one of like the... No, he's like a muscly one. But yeah, top game. Classic. Next one, we've got Super Mario Brothers. If you've put Mario, I'll give you the answer. You can have that, yeah, because it is technically, I think, this is Super Mario Brothers, the original. But yeah, anything to do with Super Mario, you can have the mark. Next one, classic, Tetris. And again, hopefully, if you were finding it hard, hopefully you're hearing these names and thinking, yeah, heard of that. Most of them have had like films made and all sorts of, well, not Tetris. Can't imagine it's a good game if Tetris is being made, but sorry, it's a film. But anyway, Tetris. Next one, Chun-Li. Chun-Li. Yes, Lucy Jennings, Lucy Cookson. Chun-Li. What a great shout. Okay. So yeah, top draw that one. Where are we at? Next one. So this is Pac-Man. Obviously, Pac-Man. Next one. Lemmings. Brilliant game. Lemmings. And then your last one is Zelda, or The Legends of Zelda. So, yeah. Zelda. So, post your scores out of 20. And we're not interested in how many you got in that round. I'm now interested in your totals out of 20. All right? Mary's like, it's a good job you got 10 out of 10 in that first round, Mary, because to be fair, Mum, Like most of your scores, most of these games we will have played at home. So Kat and Kev 19 out of 20, Sam 18 out of 20, Paul 17 out of 20. So some solid scores to start with. Jules and David 15 out of 20, good score. The Wooler Wolves, solid round there for the Wooler Wolves actually. Cookson's 19 out of 20. Gemma Blue is 17 out of 20. Julie 13 out of 20. Kat and Kev 19 out of 20. The Legs 16 out of 20. Kat and Kev 19 out of 20. Claire and Courtney and Junior 17 out of 20. Oh, Lester and Sue, that's an absolute killer of a round. What did you get in the first round? 9 out of 10. Oh, whoa. Whoosh. Lester, you need to tell me what rounds next week. You give me some heads up on some rounds. Yeah, so it was sinking rapidly. Poo around that one. Yeah. Maybe that was just in my interests. Yeah, harsh. Anyway, so only easy if you know them. Right, next round, here we go. So the next round is actually, believe it or not, the animal round. Lester gutted. Yeah, you didn't even get Sonic the Hedgehog or Mario. I thought you'd have got at least Donkey Kong, like, or Tetris, like. Anyway, if that's what it is, that's what it is, isn't it, Lester? I think he's commenting here anyway. Lester is typing. Anyway, let's get on. We'll get on to the next round. So here we go. I know Lester's typing. I'll see what he says. But next round is animals. Again, dead straightforward. They'll get progressively more difficult. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So next one. What is that? What is that animal? Never heard of any of them. I go out and play. Beauty. Love it. Okay, so what is that animal? So, Lester, if you're spending your time outside playing, you should know what all of these are then. So, animals, this is your round. Can't believe you've never heard of Tetris or Pac Man. Anyway, c'est la vie. So, what is that? And what are these? Still early days yet. We're not even halfway through the quiz. Although, as I said, well, I'm saying that it's not particularly difficult, but yeah, we're doing good. Everyone's on. Most people, if you're getting 15 out of 20, you're on for a 40 out of 50, pretty much, really, aren't you? I would say. So, what are those? What's this next animal? What's that? Lester Techno Dinosaur. So, what is that? Dead straightforward. Next one. It's this little guy. Quite like the fact that the light seems to go through the body, like semi-translucent. Good vocabulary. What's this? Alexa, off. Oh, I could hear music somewhere. Next one. What's this? Lester the Techno Dinosaur. I suppose it could be, couldn't it? Next one. What's that? I think with this one, I do want the specific type. Because I think it's obvious what it is, but what type is it? I do want the little something something. What type is it? Next one. What is that? Next one. What's that? How many have we got left? Oh, we've got through these quite quickly, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. What's that? I would have never got this. If anyone gets this, I will literally be amazed. This is hard. Hard stuff, this one. It's not... I know what I would guess it as, but I'd be wrong. Yeah. Okay, back to the start. So, feels like that round went really quickly, actually. So here we go. Here's your answers. So, third round, question 31? No, 21? Yeah. Here we go. First one, camel. Second one, ferrets, or ferret in the singular. The next one, we have a robin. One after that, number 4, we have an ant. That's straightforward. Ant. Next one, dung beetle. Following the dung beetle, we have an iguana. This little guy, yes, it's a crab, but we wanted hermit crab. All right, those hermit crabs use the shells till they outgrow them, and then they pick up another one and use that as their home, that protection. So the hermit crab. Next one is the walrus. Big guy. Following the walrus, we have a kingfisher. And then lastly, it's not an armadillo or anything like that. It is a pangolin. Pangolin. Apparently, they are the world's most trafficked on the black market animal in terms of like the dark trade, whatever you call it. It's not slave trade, but they're extremely sought after. So yeah, unlucky pangolins is probably because you look weird. So anyway, there's your scores. Pangolin. Next one. So let's see your scores out of 30. What have we got? So 30 questions so far. We've got Paul, who's got 30 out of 24, which is a good score. The legs have got 24 out of 30. Jules has got 23. Can't I have crab? Everyone post in if Leicester can have crab. Yeah, I suppose he can, because he was miles away, wasn't he? They got none on the last round. Yeah, Leicester, you can have crab. Joan, I think she must have got full marks there, so that's 24 out of 30. Just had loads jump past there. Where have we gone? No, he can't. Classic. Cat and Kev, 28 out of 30. Julie, 22 out of 30. Wooler Wolves, 23 out of 30. I think that was a solid round for them. Emma, 27 out of 30. Well done. I think that's Sam, isn't it? So no, you can't. Oh, Leicester. I'd said Leicester could, but everyone's saying no. Cat and Kev keeping it up with a 28 out of 30. It's not Cat and Kev on a 10 marker there. No, they dropped a mark. Mary and Paul, 21 out of 30. Claire, 25 out of 30 with the kids. Good score. Really good score. Cookson's 28 out of 30. No, he can't have. He was told that you have to name the full crab. Leicester. Everyone Leicester is saying no. So I'm really sorry, Leicester. I would have given you it. But I'm going with the mob. No, you can't just have crab. Sorry, I think he's given himself the mark. No, he can't. Beauty. So, Gemma and Paul and Lydia and Grace, great score, 26 out of 30. The legs, I think, was it 26 or 25? 24 out of 30, great score. Kat and Kev, 28, looking solid. Emma and Sam, 27 out of 30. So some really, really good scores. Hopefully everyone enjoyed that round. Have I missed anyone on here? I don't think so. So we've got lots and lots of good scores. Right, here we go. So the next round, did anyone out of interest just pause? Did anyone get Pangolin? I keep forgetting what it's called. Did anyone get Pangolin? Bollock. Did anyone get Pangolin? I'm intrigued to know whether anyone got it. I don't even know how I found. Joan did. Unbelievable, Joan. Can I have grey thing? I would have put armadillo all day long, just knowing it wasn't an armadillo, but that's all I could really think of. Looks more like a Pokemon than an actual like animal. But yeah, okay. I'll work on the premise that basically Joan did and no one else did. Sam knew it began with a P. Yeah, good effort. But yeah, no marks for P. Right. Well, it was Paul who did. Good effort, Paul. Solid work. Right, so that takes us on to round 4. Okay, so round 4, bit of a weird round. Armadillo crab. Beauty. No, but can I have a point for, as I put armadillo and you were feeling generous? No, you can't have armadillo. Sorry. Right, so the next round is the fruit round, but it's the up close fruit round. So basically, I've zoomed in on some fruit. The first few are dead easy, but if you are unsure, you can just have a guess because it'll look like something fairly familiar. All right, so 10 pieces of fruit. Here's the first one. What's that? And it's a sort of quiz where 1 mark, it looks, there's quite a few people on like, I've only dropped 2 or 3. 1 mark could make the difference. So keep being honest with yourselves. I know you all are. Keep being honest. Keep staying true. So first one, dead straightforward. Next one, what's that? Again, prioritize the kids. If you've got kids there, let them have a go. Let them get some glory. What animal? I'm going on these animals again. What fruit is that? Uncle Dave got pangolin as well. Good stuff. It was on the news recently. Good stuff. Yeah, great effort on the pangolin front. So Joan and Paul and Uncle Chris. My head's gone. Auntie Chris and Uncle Dave. So they pulled that round back actually. So solid 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 round. Great round really. I reckon they'll get a 10 out of 10 on this as well. So jumping up to a big 33, 34 maybe. Well, I can't get to 34. What's the next one? Here we go. What's those? Not really zoomed in, I suppose. So it's a bit of a gimme, really. Should have zoomed in on like that bit there, but then I thought about it and I thought there's kids here, so I didn't. Anyway, next one. What's that? What fruit is that? Probably could have zoomed in on a bit more, couldn't I? Made them a bit hard. Bit harder, but anyway, never mind. Next one, what's that? What fruit? I think that's actually 2 of them next to each other, but whatever, man. Right, next one. What is, so which one's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that was the 5th one. What's that? 35. So next one, here we go. Boosh. What is that? These ones are well zoomed in. Right, next one. What's that? And the next one. Tricky. Well, it's not tricky, but what is that? And again, we're sort of flying through these rounds quite quickly, but it's quite nice to support. So we've got 2 more left in this round. So this is like number 9 of round 4, I think. What's that? What fruit is this? So you can see I've been pinching some stock images from somewhere with the little photos over them, but yeah, what's that? And your last one in this round. What's that? I feel like I should have had like the zoom out of them. But yeah, I'm honestly not that bothered. So, what are those 10 fruits? Here we go. Again, sort of round where, again, I say you should. I don't want to make people feel bad. You should maybe be getting 1 wrong out of all of them. There should be a few good 10 markers in there. And then again, I suppose the last round's not too difficult either. So, in fact, it's really easy. So, round 4. Here we go. What is that fruit? It is obviously an apple. Next question, sorry. We have an orange. Next one. Raspberry. Next one. Grape. A grape. Next one. Banana. Next one. Watermelon. Watermelon. Next one. Blueberry. Is a blueberry. Next one. Is a melon. Melon. Next one is a plum. And the last one is a gooseberry. Gooseberry. Scores out of 40, please. Scores out of 40. Well done. Hopefully enjoyed that round. Again, the idea is that, it's pretty accessible, maybe apart from a few. So Gemma and Paul, 36 out of 40. Good score. Wooler Wolves is coming in. Mary's coming in. So Paul's not great at recognising plums. Just playing with them. 33 out of 40 for Paul. Mary and Paul, 30 out of 40. Jules, 33 out of 40. Pigots, 33 out of 40. 10 out of 10 that round. Good stuff. Claire and Courtney and Junior, 34 out of 40. Emma and Sam, it's 37 out of 40. John and Paul, 33 out of 40. The Cooksons, 37 out of 40. Good scoring. Lester, 28 out of 40. Good score. Kat and Kev, 36 out of 40. And Julie is 31 out of 40. We've got Kat and Kev on 36 out of 40. The Legs, 32 out of 40. And we've got Uncle Dave and Auntie Chris on 31 out of 40. Again, I think for some people it was the computer game round that's killed people. So, right. Okay, here it is, last round. So last round, looking at it now, probably should have made it a little bit harder, but it's pretty straightforward. So all you got to do is name the job. All right, from the image. So, it's like the occupation, really, I suppose. What is the occupation? Okay, so number one. Best thing about this image is that when I search for it, I can't tell you what it is, but it basically says, "Do I look like I eat fruit?" Basically said, I'll say blank when it's the occupation, but it says, "Why my blank is a creep." So I thought, yeah, but it does look like a bit of a creep. But yeah. Anyway, interesting story. So there's your first one. What's the next one? What's that? Well, not what's that, but what's the occupation? What's the job? Next one. Lester. Next one. That guy looks like a bit of a creep as well, doesn't he? Definitely. Pervy creep. Next one. So yeah, what's that occupation? He looks like a bit of a creep as well, doesn't he? He's definitely a creep. Whoever he is. 100% creep. Next one. What would this job be? Do. Next one. Hey. String fellow. It could be, mate, yeah. I think it actually is, yeah. I think it is. I think I remember that second name in the... It wasn't the article that I read because I didn't read it, but I think it definitely said that name. Whoever that is. Sorry, excuse me. Long date. Next one. He's a creep. This guy's definitely a creep. What is the job, though? What is the occupation? Creep, probably a good verb choice. To creep. Lester's a creep, isn't he? Creep. Being a creep with that crab question, wasn't he? Can I have just crab? Everyone said no. And got two more. And I'm assuming everyone else is looking at the chat on the WhatsApp group as well. I don't know. And the last one. Everyone loves you, Leicester, and we don't know why. So, again, I've sort of thrown this last one in thinking it could have a lot of people up at like 49, 50 maybe at this point, and then this one's hopefully going to throw some people. But anyway, that's it. So, here we go. First one, doctor. Second one, I can appreciate there'll be a little bit of like, technically this guy is a bricklayer. But I will accept builder as well. Bricklayer or builder. Sarah said DJ for the last one. DJ, yeah, he could be a DJ, couldn't he? Yeah, the guy's like, oosh, oosh, silent DJ. Silent disco. So, builder or bricklayer, but you can't have crab for this one either. No crab. Next one, teacher. He looks like a creep as well. And there's no way that kids just sit there and do work like that while you stand there in the classroom. No, does not happen. Look at this one at the front with their head turned around, looking at him going, what's he doing? She thinks he's a creep. Next one, chef or cook. I will accept chef or cook. They might be cooking crab. Next one is hairdresser. I'm sure he would say he was a hairstylist. Get real, mate. Short back and sides right now. And I want a lolly as well. Next one, we need architect. So we have architect. Following on from that, we have post person, post delivery officer, post deliverer. Next one, grave digger. Grave digger. Next one is a surgeon. And the last one is an audiologist. Audiologist. Don't know many of them. So, there's your answers. Post your scores out of 50. That is the quiz. I believe it or not, I think that is 50 questions. 10 in the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, there we go. So Joan, 43 out of 50. Jules, 43 out of 50. Claire and Courtney and Junior, well done. 44 out of 50. No, you can't have speech therapist. 38 out of 50. Computer round killed us, fuming. I'm not laughing because it's just funny. Cat and Kev, 46 out of 50. No, you cannot have ear doctor. It's a good shout, technically it is. But if you went to the hospital and went, can I see the ear doctor, please? Yeah. You're right, though, aren't you? You might ask for an eye doctor or whatever, but that would be the optician. This one is the audiologist. So that's why it's like the last question on the quiz, because it's hard. So, no, sorry. Just like crab, we can't have just crab. We can't have ear doctor. Emma. So sorry, I got lost there. We've got Leicester, 38 out of 50. Mary and Paul, 40 out of 50. Kat and Kev, 46 out of 50. Emma and Sam, 46 out of 50. Gemma and Paul and Lydia, 45 out of 50. Amazing. Paul, 42 out of 50. Well done. Julie, 41 out of 50. Well done. 43 out of 50. Really good score from the Wooler Wolves. Let me go on to the chat on here. What have we got? Anti-Chris and Uncle Dave, 41 out of 50. Really good score. Lucy, Oh, Lisa, like I was 46 out of 50 for the Cooksons. Really good score. Sorry, I'm just looking on here. Where have we got? So sorry, I've lost track of everyone. So let me go again. Can we have DJ? No, you can't have DJ. So Anti-Chris and Uncle Dave, 41 out of 50. 41 out of 50 for the legs. And then go to the WhatsApp group. We've got, let me scroll back down again. So really quickly, Joan, 43 out of 50. Jules, 43 out of 50. Claire, 44 out of 50. Lester, 30 out of 50. Kat and Kev, 46 out of 50. Mary and Paul, 40 out of 50. Really good score. Emma and Sam, 46 out of 50. 45 out of 50 for Gemma and Paul and Lydia and Grace. We've got 42 out of 50 from Paul. We've got 41 out of 50 from Julie. David E. and the Wool of Wolves, we've got 43 out of 50. Cooksons, Rosie, Luna, Glenn, and Lucy have got 46 out of 50. And I think, based on all the scores that I've read out, we've got three teams tied at the top with 46 out of 50. I think we've got the Cooksons, we've got the Cat and Kevs. Kev, I can't remember your second name now. Grant. Kev Grant. The Grants, sorry. We've got the Grants with 46 out of 50. All I can hear in my head is Fletcher Smith. And then we've got, I think I scrolled past them, it was Sam and Emma on 46 out of 50 as well. Then Gemma and Paul were 45 out of 50 right behind them. I think then Courtney and Junior and Claire on 44. So, some really, really, really brilliant scores. I apologise if the computer game round was a bit out of left field. So, really, really well done. What I will say, out of interest, so well done to those three teams that have won. I'm going to keep it with the picture round because I think it keeps it easy with the kids. But if you've got any suggestions for the types of rounds, I know, sorry, Kev. It says Kevin Grant as well on the screen, so it's like ridiculous. If you've got any suggestions for the rounds next week, so this week obviously we had musical animals, musical instruments, animals, computer games, close-up fruit, and something else. It's like quite visual. Just post it in the group and suggest it, and then I can put them in next week. So Leicester, if there's like something but it's got to be something that the kids can like you can't do racehorses or something like that because the kids can't do it. All right, so really well done. I hope everyone's enjoyed the quiz this evening. Again, hopefully it's filled in another hour, an hour or so, and everyone's had a good time. Again, I think it's really important, as we always do this, if we get our little selfie out, and just make sure that we post in. So I think it's important that everybody sees each other, and because otherwise we're just doing it to a computer screen, and we've got to keep in touch with each other, don't we? So, well done. Hope you've all enjoyed it. Car badges, yeah, I like that. Music bands, yeah, bands might be a good shout. I don't know any music from the 40s, Leicester. But yeah, give us a shout. Yeah, there's the grants and stuff. But if you don't normally put that picture in, please put it in, just because it's the one thing that we're asking you to do, and it's just like, it just means everybody gets to see everybody. We can put a face to a name, and it's just, yeah. So again, hopefully everyone's enjoyed the quiz. Again, it wasn't fallible in the sense that it was too easy because no one got 100%, and it's just been hopefully entertaining for you all. So remember, if we go back to the original slide right at the start, 2 important messages. We've got the quiz. We've got the quiz tonight. Obviously, we've got bingo coming up on Saturday. I think possibly people suggested we might play poker on Friday. But again, post it in the group if you're interested. We need at least sort of 5 or 6 people to play poker for it to work. So 2 core messages this evening are, I'll move myself in the middle. 2 core messages: stay safe, wipe your bums, isolation crew quiz. See you next Wednesday for the next quiz. If you've got any suggestions, post them in the group, and hopefully at some point we'll all be able to get together, do an actual quiz somewhere, have a few beers, have a few laughs, and yeah. See you all soon. Love you all.